What is yesterday was 3 goals, clean sheet, amazing performance, 2 goals from Dybala. Tammy was amazing. Everyone was insane yesterday. I cannot find one single player in yesterday's match which didn't play in a good way, on a good standard. Yesterday's match was amazing, and the fact that I was at the stadium was insane. The atmosphere is always amazing and all of that. So yeah, match reaction. I mean, I'm going to start off by saying, right, it is so important to have won in such a way, but I just want to say, all this hype is amazing, but it was Monza. Like, they were absolutely shite. Rui Patricio touched at least 2 balls. But still, it was an amazing performance which we had to achieve. That's what we had to do. Get in there, destroy them, keep a clean sheet, and get back home. That's exactly what we did. But, it was Monza. At the end of the day, they're last in the table. They've got interesting players, but as we talked about in the match preview, basically, they've got the good players, but the cohesion isn't there. The chemistry isn't there. So that makes them the last team in this league. So I think, following yesterday's performance, consistency from now on is vital. We need to keep this roller coaster going and avoid having massive drops. Now, something very interesting, which a journalist reminded Mourinho yesterday after the match in his press conference. If you think about it, from the Torino match, which was the last match of the season last season, so the Torino match, the Conference League final, the first match of the season, the second match of the season, the third match of the season, and the 6th match of the season, in the last 6 games, official games, not counting friendly matches, Roma only conceded 1 goal. And this 1 goal came from a set piece against Juventus. Our defense is very solid. It is very solid. And, I think Smalling is, I always say it, is amazing. I probably get criticized if I say this, but to me, Smalling is by far top 2, even potentially best defender in the league. But he is just so underrated that people don't consider him in such rankings. But Smalling is vital. Smalling was resting yesterday, but obviously Kumbula got injured. Kumbula played well, a few good interceptions. Ibanez yesterday was amazing. Apart from the goal he scored, you can really see a good growth that Mourinho is kind of implanting inside Zaniolo. That sounds so wrong, implanting into Zaniolo, but into Ibanez. But Mourinho is a vital part of Ibanez's career, and you can see a massive growth from the first match Ibanez played under Fonseca to now. He's way more secure in defense. And, don't get me wrong, I always say this, he does fall under too much pressure in big games, 100%, but that is his next step to grow even more. Ibanez yesterday was amazing. I mean, Mancini as well. We can't not say anything about the defense yesterday. It was solid, it was there, and it kept another clean sheet. Now, I think, as I said before, the momentum needs to just keep on getting dragged on. And it's so important to not, see this match as, wow, we won 3-0 against Monza, we are the best team in the world. Because it's tempting to do this. And I know it's tempting because I'm like this. Roma play like this one match and they set our expectations very, very high. We all start going, oh, we're amazing. And then we play Udinese on Saturday or Sunday and then we lose. It's exactly like that. I can see an upset coming on Saturday, not because the team is bad, but because the team hyped themselves too much after this performance, and I can see them dropping down a bit. But, that's just a little feeling I'm having. We'll talk about the Udinese match in a couple of days. One thing which I will say is that it's vital to get points against Udinese because Napoli are playing against Lazio are playing against Napoli, Juventus are playing away at Fiorentina, Inter are playing in the derby against Milan, and Atalanta are playing away at Monza. All of these teams can drop points. We can drop points as well. But out of all, I think we have the easiest, and we can set, that the little gap which now is separated separates us from the rest of the teams. Some of them still need to play today. We are top of the league. So this weekend it is vital to grab points. However, energies is something very big to talk about. I think anytime, if anyone even trying to use the excuse energies at the start of the season, I understand people saying, right, the players are tired in the last match of the season. I totally get this. But I always think that saying energies at the start of the season is not an excuse. These players chose to do this as a job, and they need to be used to this. But the fact that they put the World Cup in the winter, this is the first year that I am saying that energies are an excuse. Because it is insane the amount of matches these poor players need to play just to set the World Cup in the winter. It's, I am very worried for most of these players. And look at there, we already got results. Zaniolo injured, Wijnaldum injured, El Shaarawy injured, and Kumbula injured. There must be a meaning behind this. If the World Cup is during the summer, there is a reason behind everything. It means that it avoids players playing so many matches. Oh no, let's put it in the winter. Let's invest billions of dollars to put it in Qatar, a place which has a national team which it doesn't even play football. What? Yeah, let's offer them billions of euros and let's put it in the winter. So these players are going to kill themselves. They're going to come at the World Cup, and most of them are not going to even play the World Cup. Let's be honest. We've got so many injuries on our behalf. It is very, very traumatizing. A lot of our players get injured. And so that is definitely something to address. That's definitely something which the players can't do anything about. Yes, some players are born more fragile than others, but it's definitely something around the physios and stuff. But yeah, speaking about single players, I think Dybala yesterday was unbelievable. And, he scored the 2 goals, amazing, and all of that. But he was amazing not because of the 2 goals. He was amazing because of the passes he completes. I was in front of Dybala at a certain stage. I'm very close. I got season tickets which are very close to the pitch. And there was this ball where Cristante kind of flicked it, and Dybala was like in the lower midfielder part, volleyed it like 50 meters in the attack, and basically almost assisted Abraham. Dybala is the player which changes the dynamics of a match, and there's a reason why we bought a player like him, because he is the player which can invent stuff, create stuff, and score. He is exactly why we bought him. Dybala's first goal, I love every player of this team, but if Pellegrini even tried to shoot the same, and on the same occasion as Dybala in the first goal, he would have sent it outside of the stadium. Dybala's there, he's got class, he's got a good touch. He is, he's been put in this team, I think, to make the difference. He isn't always consistent because, he isn't. He just isn't. He isn't a player like De Bruyne who steps up in a pitch and in every match he bags like 2 assists and a goal. He isn't like that. Dybala was way more injury prone than De Bruyne. And what does that mean? That means that he isn't always fit to play. But when he is fit, Dybala makes the difference. And he is the only player in this team, when he's fit, who can change the dynamics of a match. And seeing the many points lost last season to these sort of clubs, because we didn't know what we were doing when they parked the bus, Dybala, has been bought by the Fredkins just to do this, to create something. I mean, yes, I'm giving a lot of credit to Dybala. The assist that Tammy gave Dybala in the first goal was insane. It looked on those circus tricks which you see like acrobats doing like that. It was insane. I think Tammy and Dybala yesterday bonded exceptionally well. I still need to see that bonding from Pellegrini. Don't get me wrong. I think yesterday, yes, there are a few little drawbacks which you can say from every player, but overall, you can't criticize anyone. Everyone yesterday played well. Yes, as I just said, there are players which are better than others, but as an overall performance yesterday, you cannot criticize everyone. And Zedzu is saying, yes, Cristante by himself deserves a lower vote than what I gave him. But, this is a team sport. This is an individual sport. And the team yesterday played well. Cristante, at the end of the day, kept a clean sheet as well. He makes his mistakes, I totally agree. But the performance yesterday from the team overall was great. So, as you can see from the rankings, there isn't one single ranking which kind of is outstanding from the others because it's lower, which stands out. Because I think the overall team performance yesterday was a solid performance. So I think I need to see the same impact still from Pellegrini. And obviously Zaniolo, when he comes back, he does need to grab that fitness back. Obviously, he's been out of a football training session, for 3 weeks when he comes back. So he will need to get that rhythm back. And yeah, another player, just as someone is saying in the chat, Matic. Matic is immense. Matic is immense. You could leave the midfielder with Matic by himself and he can rule that midfielder better than anyone else. Matic is absolutely everywhere. And yesterday, what really surprised me about Matic wasn't just the action of getting the balls back, which is what Matic is there to do, but the pressing. Have we all seen how Matic pressed yesterday? Matic is a defensive midfielder, and yesterday he was pressing more than any of our attacking players. It is insane. I like calling Matic a taller version of N'Golo Kante. They are very similar players. Kante's faster, but Kante's also smaller. Matic is slower, but Matic is also way physical. Not way physical, because Kante is is pretty physical, but he's very big. So his height doesn't allow him to be as fast as Kante, but all the balls Matic gets back. It's like adding a new defender, and it's great. And again, Belotti got subbed in, missed a good chance. But you couldn't, you can't. If anyone criticised Belotti for that chance missed, you're an absolute rat bag. You cannot criticise a player which started playing for this club for 5 minutes, because he literally got subbed in for 5 minutes, landed in Rome like the day before yesterday. Already the fact that he had that chance was something very, very big. And something which really shows you about that chance is that Belotti has already had more chances in 5 minutes than what Felix has had, in the start of the season. And I know he didn't get many minutes in his legs, but still, 5 minutes Belotti, already one shot on target. And, I don't like to be negative, but Felix and Shomurodov would have never done that. Never done that. So, it's very good that we got Belotti and all of that. So, solid performance, as I said, top of the league. What do you want more? What I will say, as I said before, this momentum cannot be dropped. This performance was a great performance, but this performance isn't the performance which makes us say, right, we're the best team in the league. Because we aren't. We're top of the league, but we aren't the best team in the league. As Mourinho said perfectly in the post-match press conference yesterday, we can still be perfect. And he's exactly right. Because yes, our defense or midfielder attack yesterday was solid, but to be perfect, the midfielders, the attackers and the defenders need to get all passes right. Need to play from the first minute to the 90th minute. So we are a good team, and you can see this. We're a very united team. We're a very, brotherhood team, as I always like to say. But we aren't perfect. And to become perfect, another thing which really defines us from being a good team to being a perfect team is approaches in big matches. Yes, the Juventus match, we got a draw, but let's not forget that the performance was appalling. For us to be a great team, a perfect team, in big matches, we can't be scared. In big matches, we need to be there ready and potentially even start thinking about winning. We cannot be scared about big teams. So, we're a good team, we're a great team, but we aren't perfect. And that, or direct words coming from the man who's responsible of all of this, Jose. So yeah, at the end of the day, transfer market ends tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to go live for like 1 hour, last hour of the transfer market. I'm going to go live for the deadline hour. I'll be honest with you, I don't think we'll buy anyone else. I'm really being honest with you now. Just because I think Mourinho summed it up really well yesterday. Without the Wijnaldum injury, we would have definitely got a defender. But, and Mourinho, yesterday did say, I would obviously love a defender, but I am not going to take responsibilities of criticizing and putting pressure on Thiago Pinto and the Fredkins. Because Mourinho knows that the job that Thiago Pinto did and the Fredkins did in this transfer market was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And, there might be Chelsea fans, Real Madrid fans, Liverpool fans watching this right now, and you're probably going, oh yeah, what? They just bought three good players. Well, you aren't used to what this team was like, because before the Fredkins, we had a dog shit of an owner. And these owners, this general manager and this manager combined together made us see glory in our eyes back again with the players they bought. And Mourinho knows this. Mourinho knows this very well. That's exactly why he said, I would love to buy a new defender, but I'm not going to take responsibilities to put pressure on the ownership. We've got 1 day left of the transfer market. Anything can happen. Don't get me wrong. If Thiago Pinto is amazing, then maybe we can get a cheap defender. But a really, really good from the ownership over the course of this entire transfer market. And tomorrow, which is the last day, we will definitely comment about the transfer market as well. Chilik was a great signing as well. Chilik yesterday, I think, clearly showed Mourinho that he should start instead of Karsdorp. Chilik yesterday was great. His first 10 minutes weren't amazing, but he was definitely feeling the pressure in front of all these fans. After that, he was perfect. He's fast, he's aggressive, that's what you want. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, really big performance, really good performance. But we can't turn that light switch off now. We need to keep this performance going. And this weekend against Udinese, as I said before, it's the perfect time to steal points from other clubs. Because a lot of our opponents this season are playing big matches this game week coming. So that can be a chance for them to lose points. So yeah. Our midfield should be Matic and Kamara, Cristante as a sub player. Although Zaniolo offers a lot with the ball, this team seems to flow better without him. We didn't play that great considering the level of Monza. It was another solid step, but it was simply a professional performance. Yeah, I mean, it was a good performance. That's exactly what we had to do, I think. Yesterday's match was exactly what we had to do. Matic is immense. We're better with Zaniolo. He just has shit decision making. Yeah. Pellegrini has only 45 minutes in his legs. That is very interesting. Forgot about Spina. Did I? Oh, I forgot about Spina. Bloody Simon. Sorry, Spina. I mean, got subbed in for like 5 minutes. But yeah, he provided a really good assist for Belotti. And if he scored that, that would have been amazing. Would you take Griezmann at Roma? I'm not in desperate need of Griezmann. And plus, why would we? Like, we just bought Belotti and we have Tammy as well. He just earns. You see, he's the perfect example of a player who earns so much money, has stopped performing in the past 2 years. Why do we need him? Chilik, I do think he should start. We only have 3 defenders available: Smalling, Ibanez, Mancini, and Kumbula out. Yeah, I mean, with the only potential candle light which I see Thiago Pinto buying maybe a cheap defender in this last 24 hours of the transfer market is Kumbula injured. If Kumbula yesterday hadn't got injured, then I think our transfer market would have ended. Right now, I still think we won't buy anyone, but maybe we have a little hope. And also Kluivert to Fulham was 99% done yesterday. This morning, it is absolutely over. Fulham don't want Kluivert anymore because apparently the FA Federation in England are not happy with the work time he had at Roma because he barely ever played. And therefore, following some rules, they can't buy him because of the low amount of work time he had at Roma. aka low amounts of minutes in his legs. But yeah, lads and lasses, if you haven't already, make sure to smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, follow me on Instagram over there in the orange box, or it's Simon lower score, ASR lower score, and I will catch you soon. Maybe this afternoon if we announce someone, but I highly doubt it. Otherwise tomorrow for deadline hour. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. Simon out.